Assalamu alaikum, everyone. So the people that haven't showed up to the phase two call, because of Eid, whatever the excuse is. But anyway, Noman just got a client last week, and he's just here to give just the pointers when it comes to practical stuff and mindset stuff as well, just to give you guys a bit more clarity. He's moved on to phase three. We've already had our one-on-one, and we mapped out a plan. But this is more for people who have just joined phase two or continuing to kind of go through phase two. So I think Ray has just joined as well. So Reha, we're just let's see, she hasn't showed up yet. Assalamu alaikum, Reha. We're just going through a bit of advice from Noman because he's just joined. He's just joined phase three, and he's here to give advice for phase two. There's not many more people left in phase two. I think again, Samira, how many are there now?
About, apart from the new ones, about 5 people.
Okay,
6.
cool. So 5 or 6 people in phase two, but good thing is a lot more people are going into phase three. We're having our one-on-ones and mapping out custom-made plans. But for people that are doing phase two projects, Naman has a couple of pointers for everyone. So Naman, please take over.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum, everyone. So the best thing I would say, especially for the ones starting off in phase two, is planning your weeks. So I did this initially when I'd use the Sunday or the Saturday before to basically plan my Monday to Friday. Especially for those that are working a 9 to 5, I highly recommend you doing this, just so that when you do get the spare 30 to 45 minutes every single day, Monday to Friday, you don't have to stress about, oh, have I got all my information ready to dial people, etc. And then another thing is what I did in the beginning. It may not necessarily lead to like successful leads, but it's very, very good to get into the habit, because eventually it will lead to successful leads, is calling back the ones that showed some potential like interest. And I did that for one of them, and they ended up jumping on a call with me eventually, when initially they didn't seem like they would. And then another set of advice I would give is, I think a few other people have done this as well, is reach out to people that you know. So this is something that I actually just overlooked when I first started my phase two. And I had a few people around me that I could have just spoken to, and I thought I'd be smart and try figure out things myself. But I've realized quite quickly that it's much better to just speak to people that you know and give them an idea of what you're doing, and they're going to definitely be way more receptive to you anyway, because obviously they know you, they trust you. So that's what I did in the end, and I ended up getting my first client that way. Yeah, those are the two main things that I'd suggest. And again, I think Samira has also mentioned this in the past about the overthinking thing. I'm a huge overthinker when it comes to certain things, but this business, like, you shouldn't. The whole idea of overthinking, we need to try and get it out of our head, because you are going to deal with a lot of rejection, but that rejection will just be one step closer to you getting accepted and someone taking you on.
Absolutely, it's just hitting the KPIs, and now that you guys have the calling system, and the LinkedIn system, and the Meta system, and the Facebook group funnel, you can literally combine everything. To make it as simple and easy as possible. We're not just now relying on cold calling, although cold calling is the most effective one, but we're not just relying on that now. So that's the best thing about the new systems. I'm going to continuously add on more effective ones, but my goal is for phase two people is to get you onto phase three ASAP. Because I'd rather jump on a one-on-one with you and map out a custom plan. That's way more effective. But for you right now, phase two people, just go on to the phase two projects. If you don't know what that is, go on the phase two site and you'll be able to see here's what to do. And there should be phase two projects below that. It'll map out exactly what to do. So just take away all the overthinking. Like, is there anything else, Noman, that you would say when it comes to overthinking or mindset that you would advise to phase two people or people that have just joined?
Yeah, watch the videos in phase one again and over until it's in your mind.
Got it. Yes. phase
Like
one.
there's no like harm in like going all the way back to the day one and just like getting your head around those points again, because uh initially when you watch those videos it's quite overwhelming, and then when you're later on down in the process you tend to forget a lot of the points that you listened to or heard in the first week or so.
Yeah, yeah, because the first week covers the foundations and mindset. So always go back to the basics. Always go back to the fundamentals if you are struggling. But of course, if you are struggling, I'm also here all the time. You can just message me on WhatsApp, and I can just shoot you a voice note or something. But yeah, like when it comes to the person that you got as a client, how did you start the conversation? Like what was the conversation like? What were the actionable steps that you would say that okay, people can do this?
Yeah, so I approached them as if like they're like my friend. So I spoke to them and I was like, listen, I want to speak to you about something, an opportunity that I've been working on, and I'd like to tell you about it because I feel like you'd be interested in it. And I just got straight to the point. I just told them exactly what I'm doing. Well, I asked them the questions first, so you know exactly what to pitch to them during the actual call, or during the actual like face-to-face meeting. So I'd ask them the questions like how what you're doing right now is with the like how many clients would you like to gain, or how much revenue would you like to make in the next 90 days. Once you get that answer, you can reassure them at the same during the conversation, saying that yep, this is something that I can do for you. Would you like to work together? And like you can just be like yourself. Don't make it too salesy and too pitchy. Just make it like as if you're just having a organic conversation with them. And again, like plan it. So that's what I did. I mean, I planned it initially just in my head or write it down. And yeah, just it should eventually it will just flow naturally. Because obviously the person that you're talking to knows who you are and you know them.
Yeah.
So you can so that's like the first thing out of the way, where the comfortability side is that's completely like eliminated because you've already got that relationship and rapport with them.
Exactly. So that's why I recommend phase two. First thing you try is leverage your own personal contacts, the people that you've known, the people that your personal network knows, the local businesses that you went to when you were a child, like all that stuff. Just make a list. But again, go on the phase two projects, and you'll be able to see exactly what to do. But any last advice that you'd want to give them on?
I think that is it. But you can. I think the best thing to do is just try absolute hardest. I think I'm don't whenever the thing is with me, like I was saying earlier about overthinking. The overthinking can literally like ruin your whole day and ruin the whole process, because all the stuff that we're doing in this process is purely based off of actions, and if you overthink, you're not going to take any action. That's one of my biggest, and I think a lot of people as well that have are above me as well in terms of the stages that they're at. They'd probably say the same thing and agree that overthinking is one of the biggest killers.
Yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
100%, absolutely. Samira has something to say.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that. What you're saying is really, really good. And the main thing I'd say is also, like, as real as it sounds, don't take anything too deep. Literally, just have fun with it. Like, have something to look forward to it with every day and have fun with it, and just don't think too deep into it. Like, literally, just go for it.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
absolutely.
agree. I agree. I think sorry, but I
No,
was
please
gonna
go on.
to that point as well. Like this is business at the end of the day. Everyone makes mistakes in the beginning. Like your business is not going to be perfect, and I think that's one thing that I needed to get into my mind in the beginning, because I thought that I need to deliver everything straight away, and I kept on asking Azam as well to like, how do I do this? How do I do that? And he reassured me, just don't overthink, just do it. And if you make a mistake, then you learn from it and you try to adapt so that when the next opportunity comes, you don't make the same mistake, or you know how to deal with it if the mistake does happen again.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like the overthinking part. The person, like by far, the person that I work with, that has shown that you're not meant to overthink, just act, is Idris. And I'll share my screen with you. I'm sure he won't have a problem sharing our chat. Let me see if you can see it. Do you guys see it?
Yeah.
So basically, anyway, he updated me. Um, he got 75,000 a year contract with commission. So that's Idris. Let's see, how can I zoom out? God, here we go. Yeah, so now he's going for another guy, LM Tile, Muslim brother. He's found another Muslim brother. And he's going to charge 1,000 a month. So total, he should have around 7,500 worth of monthly recurring just by just doing the thing. Just he did the thing, and we mapped out a plan in phase 3, and he simply is making $7,000 more than that a month. So guys, just do the phase 2 quickly so we can jump on a one-on-one and map out a plan. Like that's what I want to do ASAP for you. And then once you get your first 1 or 2K a month client, then we want to start running ads for you. The same ads that I get all my clients with. So copy paste, just run that for your offer and start to get like an automated basis of leads. And then you just scale your agency as much as possible. Because the best thing about having subcontractors that we're using that deliver our results is that it's scalable as much as you want. It's just about finding a lead gen system, and at the beginning we're using organic because I don't want you to spend money. So basically, instead of it being heavy on money at the start, it's heavy on action. But again, guys, anything you need, let me know. Inshallah, if you need extra help as well, I'm here for you. I really want to make sure that I make this program incredibly good. I have slowed things down a lot so I don't take more people on that I can handle. And the intention really is to serve you guys as best as possible. So give me feedback. How can I help you? How can I add more things? What can I do to serve you better? That's all I care about in this season of my life. So inshallah, let me know. Reha, do you have any questions? I think we were speaking on WhatsApp about a couple of things.
Yeah. Wow, it's really refreshing to see so many people have moved on. This is like exactly the kind of motivation I needed. I don't know if I'm just overthinking now. Maybe you guys could help me out. So, initially I didn't. Initially, what happened was I tried to work within my own niche, which was the legal field, but I got a lot of knockback, so I changed my niche to cars because literally I just went, okay, what am I doing? Okay, that's the top one. Let's